In this video, we'll be comparing the VR cover grips for Quest 2 with the ones from AMVR. Who are going to win the grip wars? Stay tuned to find out. Hello and welcome back to the VR Cauldron, the channel that aims to bring you helpful and entertaining Quest and VR content. If that sounds good to you, then hit that subscribe button to join the great community. You can leave anytime you like.
Your powers are quick.
Don't forget you can get more VR info from our Discord server, and if you want to see more VR Cauldron in between videos, then be sure to check out the Instagram. Links to those below. And no one got both clips from the last video because everyone missed Roadrunner. So, grips. I'm not going to go into why you need them right now. It's something to do with this though, and I did that in my last video about the AMVR grips, and I'll talk about it in a bit anyway, so if you don't know why you need them, then you're gonna find out. The question is, which ones are better? The ones recently released by VR Cover or the ones from AMVR? Enough time wasting though, let's find out. In we go. Right, so on right now we have the AMVR grips, which I really like, and I've done a video about already. So here they are. And next to it, we have the box, the VR cover. Keep your VR head-mounted display fresh and clean. So have a look about that in a second. A brief look at these. Attached are the VR cover halo protectors, which I haven't done a video on, but I've mentioned quite a few times. There's not much to say about these. They go over. Tracking doesn't seem to be affected. The holes are really nice and big. And obviously, they offer a great layer of protection when you hit yourself in the face. So I'm going to take these AMVR ones off. So there's a bit of Velcro attaching it around the ring like that to keep them secure. I have got it wrapped around there and going into there. Something I've noticed about the AMVR rubber handles is they do leave a mark on there. However, they're not ever meant to actually touch it. That's just because of the way I do it. You're actually meant to cut this with scissors to where you want it. And then you get a lighter or something like that, and then you just set fire to the frayed edges so it doesn't gradually just erode and disappear. So that's what you're meant to do. So well, having said that, this bit does actually touch it, and it does leave a black mark on there. We'll see if that will happen on the VR cover version. But having said that, it's not really a massive issue. This is not part of the controller. This is just the grip itself. It doesn't come off on my hand or anything like that. These handles are really good. You can have them fully tight like that so that you can use it without. But then you can obviously put your hand in if you need to. And remember, the great thing about these grips is that you don't have to always hold on the controller. You can let go and the controller just stays in your hand. And one thing that's good for is immersion, because obviously in real life you're not constantly holding things. So in a game, if you're not actually picking something up, you don't have to be gripping something. Also, I have found that if I'm always holding the controller, my hand gets a bit kind of numb after a bit. So being able to let go, that definitely helps as well. So these grip type controller holders are very worth getting. So let's see how these compare with the VR cover ones. Right, so I've already opened this box before, and I've actually attached them before. I've had them for a few weeks actually now. Just haven't got around to actually doing anything with them. So these are already attached. They're quite easy to attach really. They just go through that hole around there, and then round there, and then there's like a little clasp thing that you can kind of push down and pull through to adjust it like that, which is really nice. That bit was already on, so that wasn't a problem. So we're going to get them onto the controllers now. We've got the other one sorted. So let's make sure we get the right one. It says a little R there for right. So there's my right hand controller. We have to get the rope through the hole, which often can be a bit tricky. Let's try and make sure I'm on camera. Ugh. Oh, hang on. See this bit there? You want to pull that bit down as well so it actually pulls through the hole as well. There you go. So that's through. No problems there. Now obviously you want to make sure it's the right way around. There's a nice cutaway there, because one thing I did find about the AMVR ones, if you push it too far up, that actually overlaps the button and would start holding the button down. This doesn't seem to be a problem for this one, so they thought about that, so well done. And there's a good half a centimetre there clearance, and it looks to be right at the end in there, so that's nice. So that's attached. Let's get the other one on. I'll do the same again. Okay, so I've got both controller things on and the cords pulled through. So let's have a quick look in the box. So in the box we have got this black thing, which is actually padding that's going to go around this. Now I never felt the need for that, but we'll test that out. And we've got the Velcro ties, which are going to wrap around there. And we have got replacement straps, so more black ones. So unlike the AMVR coming the blue and the red flavour, just like they do have blue and red rings with their lens bumper protectors. I think they're trying to emulate Beat Saber or appeal to Beat Saber fans. So I'm not going to use that because I want to use the ones I've already got. It's just Velcro, so it makes no difference. If you have a look at this, the grip can actually attach to 3 different parts, so for different hand sizes. And then the top one is used to wrap around there so it doesn't keep popping off all the time. Now, one thing about the AMVR one, it's got a lot more options for adjustability. It's got the 3 here that the VR cover one's got. So if you compare, and then the one that wraps around the top, and then it's actually got 2 more. Now I found that I don't need them at all. So this, which one you prefer is going to depend on what you want. I like the tidiness of the VR cover one. I don't really like the way that this is kind of sticking out, making it look a bit uglier. You can put it in underneath the ring, but then I actually felt it on my hand, so that actually gets in the way. So you have to on the outside. It doesn't actually affect anything. It doesn't make it less playable or anything like that. It just looks a bit messy, and you know what I'm like. I don't like things looking a bit messy. So yeah, that's something to think about. So we'll attach this on. So where's my Velcro? Oh, it's over there somehow. So this, you just put through one of the holes, like so, and it's gonna wrap around the halo. It's nice and thin, so it shouldn't really have any effect on tracking. When I've had Kiwi grips for my Quest 1. I'm struggling with this. It's probably because these aren't designed for this one. I should probably use the ones in the pack, but I don't want to have little bits of Velcro just kind of hanging around. There we go. Okay. You get the idea. This is Velcro. It's all the same. Okay, so that's now secure on there. We've got this hanging around there. Not as long as the AMVR ones, so I might actually just leave it flapping, although it is a bit messy. The question is it going to stain? Is it? Let's rub it on, because I don't want to cut it and burn it. I would rather tuck it in to the thing, which I actually should have done. So I'm going to do that now. Right, I thought I'd better show what I actually do here. So I've tightened that up so it's quite, against the holder. So that means I can hold it like that and not have to put my hand in it. So then I pull this around the outside like that, pull it quite sort of tight, tuck that in, shove that there, pull the string, and then that keeps it in there nice and tight, and I think that looks pretty good. You might find that you don't like the extra bulk or something like that, but however you feel when you first pick it up, you really quickly get used to it. So I'm going to put this Velcro back on again. So I switched to the Velcro from the VR cover pack, which actually looks quite nice because they're a bit longer, so it made it easy to get round. You need a bit more Velcro to get round a halo protector, which VR cover obviously thought about because they made the halo protector, so it's a longer one. Also, because I did tuck that in, it didn't quite go in as far as it would have, so it's a bit further away. So one disadvantage of that is that it will take a tiny bit more space up in a case. However, do remember, if you saw the cases video when I tested a load of cases, having a halo protector and grips on does often make it hard to get your controllers into those molded sections that some cases have that are actually designed just for the controllers without any of this protection on. So do bear that in mind. So that's on now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to test out these things here, which basically, there's 2 of them, a bit of Velcro there. It looks like basically it's going to wrap around the thing. So actually, let's just try it now. Wrap it round. And let's see if we actually like it. I doubt very much that I'll use it. So basically just fold that over there. I'm hoping. Fold over there. And you've got some padding. That's going to trigger people. Let's tidy that up. And there it is. Nice VR cover logo. How cool does this look? Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of VR, test these controllers out, and then I'm going to come back and decide which one's the best. Right, wave 5, continue. Oh, it's getting a bit... come on. Yes. There's a big guy coming. These are pretty... I'm liking these. Ah, that was a little wave. Oh, I shouldn't have him. Ah, come on! What? What was that? What was that? What was that? Are you chucking stuff? Have I really survived the wave? They all got it. Surely I didn't survive. I got chopped up. Is that? Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh god, it's tough. Tough one. So, final thoughts are, really like that. That cover actually makes it really comfortable. The only problem is, if you're using this cover, then you're not really going to want to play like that. Whereas without the cover, you can pull it tight like that, and you can just play normally, but it kind of makes it really massively bulky. Comparing this to the AMVR, that handle is a bit thicker on this one, which makes it feel a bit bigger. However, you get used to it really quickly, and it really makes no difference. They're both really good. So this is a trade-off between comfort and usability, if you want to be able to just grab it and pick it up. I wouldn't say it's necessary, but it does feel quite nice. I also decided to leave these flapping because, well, this is kind of flapping anyway, so it makes no real difference. Also, it makes it easier to adjust on the fly, just to get it perfect for your hand, because it takes a bit of adjusting. If you have it too tight, it's harder to kind of move around. I'd say have it back, quite far back on your hand, just to make sure you can reach all the buttons really good. And if you can reach all the buttons really well, then that's in your perfect position. So, which one? AMVR, VR cover. How do they compare? There's the markings that can get left on the AMVR. Grips by this. I didn't seem to get any on this, but I don't know if maybe some should appear over time. I like the comfort of the hand grip that you can have for the VR cover. I like that the material seems of a thicker and higher quality of the AMVR. And also this handy little cutaway there, so the button doesn't get pressed in. You can see how close that gets to the button there. And if I was to push it a bit more, that would go above that. And when you press it in, it would get stuck. And even now, it's very close to it. And a bit of, if it goes up a bit while you're playing, it could easily get stuck. The AMVRs cost about $24.99, whether that's dollars or pounds, it always tends to be the same. The VR covers cost €29, dollars, whatever's, currently sold out. If I was to buy one, if I was to only use one, I would go for the VR covers. But the AMVRs are very, very good, and I've been enjoying these for a long time as well. And they've got that whole Beat Saber colour coordination if you're a Beat Saber player too. Overall, I think these are just a bit higher quality. They're a tiny bit more comfortable, and a bit more thought has gone into them. Many people did wonder if these were just basically a rebadged Quest 1 grip that had just been made white. And they are very similar to the Quest 1 grips. I bought some Quest 1 AMVR grips, and they actually fit perfectly on the Quest 2 as well. They don't fully go down the bottom. I suppose maybe they can if you properly force it, but they don't really go down. But they're very usable. These are very good. These are very good. Prefer them, but they are a bit more expensive. So there you go. Remember, a lot of options for things like this can be subjective. For example, when I chose the AMVR facial interface over the VR cover one, that was because I personally preferred a more slimline and, in my eyes, prettier interface. However, many people in the comments really like the softer, thicker padding of the VR cover interface. They're both great though, and it's the same story here. If you like the look of the VR cover grips but they're out of stock, then you can't go too wrong with the AMVRs. But if you really like the sound of that extra comfort, then they are probably worth waiting for. Links to VR cover and the AMVR grips are below. Which ones do you like the look of? Or maybe you're just fine using the stock wrist ties? Let us know in the comments. So, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and if you want to stick around for the VR information and entertainment, then be sure to subscribe. And if you can't get enough of the Cauldron and would like to see previews of VR stuff I'm testing and other random stuff, then come and find us on Instagram.
I was meant to swing around and drag it down.
So, I've been Al. Thanks for watching the VR Cauldron. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you next time. See ya!
When I'm upside down.